Buongiorno, Vario stick here. Where are we today? Well, we're in a little village, or walking our way down to a little village right on the southern Abruzzo border. Lovely scenery around here. It's a hilltop towns and villages. It's rather nice. The trouble is, it's a bit windy, as you can probably already tell. So today, probably a little bit more music than my voice. Otherwise, it's just going to be a load of thunder. Don't know if you can make it out on the video. But just there, he's Fraini. We've been there. We've also been to a few other places around here. But let's get down into the village. And as I say, it's a bit windy, so there might be a bit more music than my voice, which may be a welcome relief to some people, I don't know. I think this was the old schoolhouse, if what I've been told's right. If it's wrong, leave a comment below, but I think this was the old schoolhouse. Obviously not in use anymore, it's padlocked up behind the gates. It's rather a shame. Nice pine tree. Wind's died off a bit down here, so lovely lilacs there. Look, got the church here. A little bit of drone footage that I managed to capture the other day before this storm front came in, because the last week has been absolutely terrible. We've had rain, we've had wind. It's been disgraceful. Otherwise, this video had probably been done and dusted a week ago. So why are we here in Olmi? Very good question. Well, the answer to that is, this is a place with almost no facilities at all. It's got a map here. Some great walks up into the mountains, by the way. So there is a QR code there. Don't know if it'll work over my GoPro, but there we go. But it's got no facilities. So a lot of people say to me when I do all these videos, you know, is there bars, is there cafes, is there a restaurant, what about a post office? Well, the answer to the question here is, we've got any of that. There is a church just to my left here, and there's a B&B, but that's it. But what we do have here is a great community. People who are very friendly, very open, very welcoming. And it's just a nice place to be. People always say hello. People always want to know what you're doing, where you're going. It's just very, very friendly. And of course, because there's no general facilities, the property prices are a little bit cheaper as well. I seem to have made a friend. Hello, hello. We were really lucky there because this church, it's called the Immaculate Conception, I think is the name of the church. It's normally locked, but today they've got a service on, today being Saturday, so we were really lucky that Aquilino was here to open the church. That's great. Enjoyed that. Lovely church inside. Beautiful. There's a mix here, isn't there? You know, you can see the old stonework of was once a building. It's been superseded by newer stuff. Lots of properties here for sale, by the way. So if you're looking to invest, then Olmi might be a good choice. Some nice houses. Wood supply for the winter. You can see that there. Continue our tour. Yeah. Lots of stone properties as well. And anybody who knows me will know how much I love the stone. It's tremendous, isn't it? You know, all these little bits put in it just to fill in the courses. Goodness knows how long it would have taken to build things like that. A very long time, I guess. But if you're a mind to restore some of them, then you would have a great building indeed. Quiet today, it's Saturday, but it's lunchtime. So people are either at work or having their dinner. I suspect probably having their dinner. There's plenty of cars here. So people aren't out yet. That's a nice house. I quite like that. Again, with the exposed stone, dressed stone on the front here, look, so it's a little bit smoother. I get some steps. So yeah, great views. That's there is Caruncchio. Been there a couple of times. I guess this house probably needs a little bit of work. I think you might say past its best. But we'll keep exploring. We'll keep enjoying the views. Another property in need of Crikey O'Reilly. Yeah. I wonder who built this, you know? I wonder when they left. Looks like it's the upper floor, and you know, the stairs are probably there. Are they the steps? There and there. Steps that were part of the staircase. Got the cellar downstairs. Doors. I think that there is the sewing machine table, isn't it? Yeah, I think it probably needs a little bit of TLC. Crikey. Where would you start? Oh no, there's the staircase. There's the staircase there. Like. Where would you start? Hellfire. You'd start with the big bank balance, I think, because if you haven't got one, you're going to struggle. What we got here? Probably a little garden. But then you come to houses like this that are beautifully maintained and clearly inhabited. A nice mixture, but very peaceful around here. Got to the end of one leg of the village. Road stops here, but I do know, because I've been told, well in fact you can see it on here and another one there, plenty of foot paths that snake out into some stunning countryside. Really pretty. I'm not going to walk them now because it would take quite some time, but yeah, help yourself. If you're a walker or a fixer-upper, help yourself. I guess this is the older part of the village really. The houses look a lot older here than they do higher up, probably. Difficult to judge, isn't it? Some great views. There really are. I suggest you come here. Olmi, O-L-M-I, which, so far as I understand it, is the plural of Olmo, which is, in English, elms, or elm. Elms being the plural, Olmi. There is a stand of elms, quite a big stand, or a little thicket of them. I think this was the old forge, if I remember rightly. I know people tell you these things and you try and remember, but then you get mixed up with all the different places you go. I think this was the old forge. I'm fairly certain it was. Big old building that. It was for sale, I think. Somebody said it was for sale, but it's not been sold. Or if it has, there's nobody in it. It's a shame, really. It's nice to see these old buildings go back to life again. And a little row of houses down here on the left, and I know one of them, the end one, is for sale, or was for sale. I think it's now under offer, I'm not sure. You'll have to check your estate agent or realtor. Oh, we've got another one here. Yes. Don't think it's got a roof anymore. Still. Pleasant enough. We've got big. And this is it here, I think. This was the one here. It was for sale. And as I say, I think it's under offer. But under offer with which agent, I've no idea. You maybe have to check the old internet. That's where we started. I think you can probably see the church there. Yeah. So I guess you call this the centre. But as you can tell, it's not particularly noisy. I did mention earlier that the people here are really friendly, very open, welcoming, and I've just met a few of them and they've been telling me about the weather here recently. It's been bad, just general chit chat really, and it's nice to meet people and get to know their names, what they're doing on a Saturday, what they'll be doing tomorrow. It's a very open community. Don't for 1 minute think because it's a little village with no real facilities that you're going to be the outsider, because you are most definitely not. Very welcoming, very, very friendly. There is one more arm of the village. We can hear them chickens in the background. There's one more arm of the village that's down there and left, but it's getting really windy, so I think I'm going to call a halt to it here and finish with a view of this, which is the only facility, if you like. That yellow building there is the B&B. So if you want to base yourself here, not a bad idea. If you want to buy this house, yeah, that's the number to call. Otherwise, I think because of the wind and my absolutely knackered knee, I'll have to call a stop for the time being. So, I hope you enjoyed that little tour of a tiny village on the southern Abruzzo border called Olmi. Now you might say, well, it's not got any facilities here, there's no cafes, bars, restaurants, but within 5 minutes of this place there are. There's quite a large town, Roccaspinovetti, there's another one, Gissi, Caruncchio, with all the facilities you could ever wish. Now, the balance is, of course, it's a 5 or 10 minute drive away, but the properties here are an awful lot cheaper, and the community here is very, very friendly and open indeed. So I thought for once I would show you a place that's not thronging with all the facilities that people ask for. I thought I'd show you a place that well, is a little bit more peaceful. So I hope you've enjoyed that tour. Don't forget to like the video. Please share it with your friends, especially if they're thinking about buying a property out here in Abruzzo. And until next time, hopefully the weather will improve and I'll be able to get out a bit sooner. But this is Vario Stick saying ciao ciao for now.